But folks, we're in a situation nationally where if we don't do something on November 7th, and I'm 54 years old, Judge, and I never thought in my lifetime I'd say this, but maybe the future of America depends on November 7th. Because if we don't put a Congress in who will ask questions, if they don't do anything but ask questions, it'll be a huge step from what we have now. We're on the brink of a world war. And these people do it for business. That's what they do.
Yep.
It's what they believe in. They have their own private economy that goes with the tools of war and with the tools of poverty and with the tools of no child left behind. And we got to make a difference. You know, we got troops over there in Iraq today who are giving out. Some of you folks have heard me say this at the Democrat meeting. But they give 24 hours a day. I don't know what time it is in Iraq right now. But it may be 4 in the morning, it may be 4 in the afternoon. I don't know. But when the buzzer goes off and it's all hands on deck, they don't wait and let the guy in the next bunk get up and go. They get up and go because they're going for our country. And they're doing, whether you agree with that war, whether you agree with the president or anybody else, our brave young men and women over there are getting up at any hour of the night and going and doing what they're told to do on behalf of this country, whether we believe in it or not. And they need our support. And if they can give us 24 hours a day, you know, golly, I wasn't old enough in World War II. But my daddy left the night he graduated from high school and joined the Navy and went to fight in World War II. And the people back here at home, you know, we're paying $3 a gallon for gas. They rationed gas so that we could fight a war. The people in this country, they rationed food so that we could fight a war. That greatest generation that Tom Brokaw talks about sacrificed a lot so that our country and this world could stick together. We've not been asked to sacrifice anything by our government today. All they want us to do is go shopping. They want to send our jobs over there to China or India or somewhere and expect us to still buy the goods here in this country. Well, folks, I'm asking you, and I know it's Keith's turn, and I get this way sometimes, it's my nature. But I'm asking you, if we can send our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews to go fight in a war that I think most people in this room don't really agree with, and we expect them to give 24 hours a day for their country, we can give a little bit for our country. And what we can give is our time. And if you got any money, we can give money. But our most valuable asset is our time. And if your nephew or your niece or your son or daughter over there giving 24 hours a day, how about just taking 15 minutes a day of your time? 15 minutes and sit down and talk on the telephone. Call your neighbors. Talk to them about the state we're in McDowell County, in North Carolina, and in our nation. And ask them what they think. And tell them it's time that we did something about it. If you don't like talking on the telephone to people, sit down and take 15 minutes a day and write a letter to the editor. And say, Heath Schuler ain't no hypocrite. You know, let them know how you feel. 15 minutes a day. If you watch on Sunday morning on the ABC News show with George Stephanopoulos, at the end of the show, they say, I believe this week it was 16 soldiers died in Iraq this week. And they run their names on the screen slowly so that everybody can see. That's about the only way that we can identify with what those young men and women are doing over there for our country. Now I'm asking you, not as a Democrat or a Republican, but as an American, sacrifice a little bit of your time to save this country, because it's time we save this country. And we put it back in the hands of the working people and the everyday people who go to work every day and send their children to college and hope they can come back home and find a job. If we don't do it, it's going to slip away, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, our next congressman from the 11th Congressional District, Mr. Dick Stewart.